Launch the console. Connect it. Right click on PBS provisioning console and connect to farm. Enter the hostname ctx-pbs-01. Click on connect.
I don't know if it'll take. Sometimes I've seen it. It's pretty picky on the capital. I don't know. Okay, there you go.
Expand it. Click on the VDX pool. Let's see. Okay.
Right here.
Two VDX are there, but as you can see, these VDX are into private mode right now, and none of them is completed. Why? Because we have to these VDX only created. If you can just go to your C drive,
Mm-hmm.
open the path, go to C drive, open that VDX store. So you will find the size of the VDX, right? Only 36 MB, right? Base
Mm-hmm.
VDX and base 2. Why? Because these machines are not booted from the network so far, and the entire OS it is not copied so far inside the VDX. So right now that VDX is useless. It will never work. So now what we have to do, we have to boot that machine from the network. Go back to that target device.
Mm-hmm.
Click on continue. Click yes. Let's see how it will react. Your DHCP server is up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you have to boot it from network F12. Let's see. It is getting the
It got IP and it bought. I think so. We may have to. Okay, Citrix provisioning.
wait. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
hitting the
Yeah.
PBS server. Client computer name is this. Perfect. So I think that BIOS machine it is working, right? That EFI mode
Yeah.
that was not getting the
Yeah.
IP.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now log into machine. Now this session will be very boring actually. It will take more than 1 hour to create a VDX. Wait. Minimize the server manager. Now
Hmm.
it is taking a snapshot for now. Wait for it. Now it is copying your C drive and
Oh, this is phase two.
yeah. So now if you go back to just go back to your C drive in PBS server and refresh that. So you can see the base 2 VDX, the size is increasing now, right?
Exactly.
So it will copy the entire operating system. I think we are using the default OS, so the size may be somewhere around 15 or 18 GB, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and maybe millions of files it has to copy from every directory, right? So
Mm.
okay, now click on the device collection, expand it, Windows, perfect. So our test 2 is up, and test 1 we can remove later on. So Okay, so in a similar way, what we can do in production, you can create like 100 of target device here in this device collection. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
for all the 100 of the device target devices, you can map single VDX. Means, for an example, just right click on the first one, PBS-TD-test one. Right now, it is with that base VDX. Right click on it, go to the properties, and if you have to allocate a new VDX for that particular device, maybe Windows Server, Windows 10 VDX. So simply go to the VDX, remove the existing one, click on remove. So now your existing VDX is removed from this device, but if this particular device like it is in working condition, or any user is using that particular device, so in that case what will happen, it will continuously use that old VDX until next restart. So there will be no impact on the end user until user shut down the device. So you can change the VDX, like now click on add. So it will show you how many VDX are there. So select the second one, click OK, and OK again. So next time, what will happen, whenever this device will reboot, it will boot with the uh, disk base to VDX. Okay.
Mm.
So in a same way, you will find 100 of devices for HR team, or for maybe sales team, or any other call center team, right? So uh, all will be equipped with the same VDX. So what is the benefit of that, right? If you have to update 100 of devices together, so what you have to do, you only need to update your VDX. That's it. If you need to
Wow.
add or remove any application from the existing OS, so you have to manage single VDX only, not the entire thing. Now go back to that target device. It will take time, buddy.
Mm. Mm. And you said this is the old way of doing, right?
Sorry,
Or is this there's two kinds, right? TVS and MV,
MCS, MCS.
MCS.
Mhm.
MCS. And MCS is the new way of doing things, or is it just two different ways?
MCS is a new way, but it is based on the storage. But
Mm.
basically, MCS it is designed for the new organizations, like a small kind of organization who is only managing 100 or 200 devices, or the end user, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if you have to manage 1 lakh of devices, or maybe even more than that, like into the banking sector or into some other companies, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
them, you have to manage with PBS only. That is the
Got
simplest
it.
way to manage.
And Mahesh, what is the difference between uh, the two technologies when we say that, hey, we're using MCS
Mhm.
and we're using PBS? What is the difference on the end user perspective? Are they still using the regular Windows PC computers or like thin clients?
Look,
Does that make any difference? Or
Uh, user can use anything. User can use their mobile devices as well, thin client,
Mhm,
laptop, PC. Why? Because whatever they need to access, they need to access the virtual machine, right? And that
mhm.
particular virtual machine, it may be with MCS or PBS, right? But both are having their separate storage. So there will be nothing to do with the end user. End user will never know what is running in background.
They will still use the workspace application local.
They simply need to install the Citrix Workspace application, and they can
Mhm,
launch the virtual machine with Android, or maybe your Mac OS, or whatever the flavor they have. Okay,
mhm.
but yeah,
Okay.
in PBS we can directly boot thin client over the network with PBS if these
Okay.
thin clients are located inside office premises.
Okay.
Okay, We cannot deliver thin client to end user at their home, right?
Hmm.
But we can connect the thin clients inside the office premises, and our PBS server will be there inside our data center, right? So it will simply boot up without having any existing hard drive. But that is
Okay.
applicable in case of PBS only without storage, okay? But
Okay.
for MCS, you must have to put some storage in thin clients to load
Okay.
to load the operating system and to install at least two application, web browser and that workspace.
Okay. And is it correct to say, like you mentioned, that okay, that thin clients can only be used on-prem, but let's say if we have a hub and spoke site, remote sites,
Mm-hmm.
and they're connected on the VPN tunnels,
Mm-hmm.
there it can be also used, correct?
Yes, yes, it can be used.
Okay. As long as the sites have connectivity among each other, it can be.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
because like PBS basically focused on network based. What happened, man? Are you disconnected?
No, I'm here. I think this computer may have. It'll come back. Oh, okay, there you go.
I do not want any interruption. Okay, is it done?
Yeah.
Perfect. Click on done. Now we have done with the our VDX creation. Now what you can do, you can shut down this machine for now. Now go back to your previous console. Now go to the VDX pool. So basically VDX pool, it is a collection of your VDX. Okay, so do one thing, right click on the first VDX and delete this. Delete this. Yeah, delete the associate file. Click yes. Okay, now you can see the current status of the VDX, it is into the private mode. So we can provision the VDX in two modes. First one is your standard and second one, that is your private mode. So whenever is any of, okay, right click on VDX. I will show you. Right click on VDX. Go to the properties. Now you can see the private access mode, it is for single device only, and it will allow end user to read and write to perform the read and write operations. Okay, but click on the drop down menu. So click on the standard one. So standard image, that will be for the multiple devices at a time, and it will be in read only mode. So whenever you have to deliver the VDX for sales team kind of team or marketing team, why? Because they have nothing to develop. They only uh, used to have like Outlook teams and some other stuff, right? So for them standard image will work, but for the developers, they need some read write operations on the VDX to make some changes. So for them, you have to go with the private images. Okay, and these are the dedicated virtual machines for the developers, but not for the other teams. So right now we have to make it read only standard one. Click uh, the maximum RAM size. No, click select the standard one. Generally you will find VDX with the standard mode only. Into the RAM size, make it at least 512. Okay, that is fine. Click OK. Okay, so now go to the device collection, click on the Windows. Remove the first one. Okay, refresh this console. Okay, it is that particular device is down now. So now, as you can see, the status, the disk type, it is a hard drive. Right now, this device is booting with the hard drive, whatever the hard drive is attached to it. Now you have to make it to VDIX. Right click on it, go to the properties. Now you can see in general tab, go to the general tab. Here you can see boot from, it is hard disk. Change it to VDIX. Yeah, that's it. Click OK. Now right click on device. Go to the boot. Click on boot device. You can simply power on device from here as well. It will throw the boot signal to your hypervisor and it will power it on. Close it. Now go back to your target device. You have to reach that again. No, it will not work like that. Power it on and make sure
Yeah.
to boot it from network only.
Is there a reason that the type of disk changed by itself in the properties from VDIS to hard disk?
Come again, what you just said?
So the properties
Mm-hmm.
for the machine, right? You mentioned that we have to change from hard disk to VDIS
No, not every time. Not every time.
every
You
time.
have to do it
Okay.
single time only.
Okay.
But we are facing some challenges. We are not getting that proper option, right?
Okay.
So that is the only reason. I will
Okay.
look for that solution. Okay. Yeah, boot it from network. I think you can directly press the F12 key, no? Okay, do one
Mm,
do one thing. Do one thing. Make it up. The network boot from VMware. Make it up. You can use plus sign to change the values. Make it on the top. No.
I'm trying. Control enter. No. Plus minus.
Maybe you can
No.
use function keys if your keyboard is having that function key, FN key.
That's the function key, but it's not going up and down. Let me see if I can minus. Okay, that makes it correct. Minus.
Okay.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
Why is okay? Minus works. Why
I
the
think
plus doesn't work?
select minus on CD-ROM.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. There you go. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, F10.
Okay. Save the changes. And now let's see how it will react. Perfect. But that is not the permanent solution actually. Okay, now what it will do, it will boot up with your virtual disk. So now it is getting the IPs from this. You can see VDIX name, it is showing right now here. Client computer host name here. Perfect. You do not have to log into that machine. Why? Because not required. Nothing is installed right now. Okay. What we are doing here, we are delivering the desktop to end user with PBS. Now, go to the PBS console. Now, what you can do, just right click on your site. Yeah, right click on it. Now, right click on Solution Center. No, 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 no. Click on refresh. Right click on the device collection. Right click on it. Right click on it. Where is that option, man? Okay. Right click on your site dfw-ctx. Yes. So now, like uh, like earlier in MCS, when we deployed the machine catalog, right? It will copy the entire OS, multiple things was happened, right? It will copy the master image, and then it will deploy the virtual machines on the hypervisor. But in case of PBS, it will never copy the OS. Why? Because our VDX is there, which is having the OS. So it will simply create the target device without having any storage on it on the hypervisor, and it will simply join the machines into the domain. So click on Citrix virtual desktop setup wizard. हाँ हाँ हाँ, click on it. So what we are doing, we are creating the machine catalogs using PBS. Click on next. Now enter your delivery controller address. It should be CTX-DC-01. Uh, okay. Click on next.
Does it need?
Perfect. That is our hypervisor. Click on next. Now you have to connect to your hypervisor. Guys, give me a minute. I will be back. Okay, connect. Cannot connect to the hypervisor. 50.60 failed to connect with request server. Check your credential. Check the spelling of vSphere. Is it correct?
Yeah. Not available template defined that are fully accessible by all hosts. What does that mean?
Okay. So in that case, we have to create the template. Click OK.
Okay.
Do one thing. Cancel this. Cancel this. We can deploy in other way without. Again, right click on your site. Go with that Steam VM setup wizard. Click on next. Your vSphere client.
Is it root? Go with administrator at vSphere, or you should go with root?
Try with administrator. Click on next.
Okay.
Make it like
So,
HTTPS, something like that. No, in the hypervisor hostname, HTTPS connector.
I think there's a comma after 192.
oh, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so we are having two cluster. Okay, select the first one.
It doesn't matter.
Anyone you can select. What we
Okay.
need space. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so here,
Mhm. Mhm.
go back. Why are you in hurry? Okay, so now, as you can see, you are having some templates like Windows Server 2022 or something, right? So select that Windows Server 2022.
Mhm.
Click on next. That will be the VDIX, which will be allocated to the target devices. Click on next. Device collection is fine, Windows. Click on next. Now, memory is fine and vCPU is fine. Click on next. Buddy, can you hear me? Hello, Philip, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Again, it lost. Click on next. Mm, okay, so let it be. Okay, create a new account. Click on next. Wait. Go back. What is the count of virtual machines we have selected? Only one?
Yeah.
Yeah, make it two at least.
Mhm.
Okay, click on next. Create, click on next. Now it will ask you for a naming convention scheme. Okay, so in this call, only 1 minute is remaining, so it may be disconnect anytime. So simply select that OU VM app server and give some name like PBS test hyphen 2 time hash key. PBS hyphen test. That will be too longer.